Professional bass player, that's why, mate. Yeah, so that's not too hard. This is my first time. I remember the vocal line, but I've never listened to the bass. So let's have another listen. I should get it down relatively quickly. It's very cold here too, which does affect like the hand dexterity. Ah. 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 Close enough. Close enough. So I would probably get that down in like an extra 5 minutes. But there's a lot of things that are interesting with learning. Kind of the more songs you learn and the more different genres you learn, the quicker you actually do learn. Hey, Charlie. I want to say Charlie. Hello, Harley. How are you, mate? How's your day? New studio. I listen to death metal a lot. How these bass players complicated rhythms and precision practice, of course, but how do you begin? Hello, Still Black, again. That's a wonderful question. So practice, monitored practice is the big thing. And this is one thing that happens is there's a few kinds of practice that people don't divulge in. So I, as a teacher, look at things quite logically and reasonably rather than being like, well, you have to do this, you have to do that. A lot of the teaching principles of the past I find are dying out, which is fantastic. A lot of it's just garbage. So, all right, let's look at the question and break it down still black. How are these bassists playing so fast? Okay. This is going to sound dumb, but stay with me. They're playing so fast because they're playing fast. Stay with me. Complicated rhythms with precision. They're playing it okay, so they're playing it fast because they're playing fast. And that's where the practice comes in. Because anyone can play fast. I can go like this. You can get anyone in the world, hand them a pick, and they can go like this. Right? It might not sound great. They might be all over. Anyone can just like move their hand back and forth. What is actually happening is an orchestrated precision of speed. And that's the thing. So if I sit here and go like this, how are you going, Still Black? I'll start sweeping everywhere. I start sweeping on bass absolutely everywhere. Is it mind-blowing? No, but whatever. My point is, when these people play these songs, they will have the precision of the speed, which is far more important than the speed itself. So if you get your hand and go like this, right? I'm sure you can do that. Just grab your hand and go like this. That's speed. All right? So anyone can do this. Anyone can move their body really fast. The point is you're trying to harness that and make it controlled movements. Now, we keep going down on it. So like, how do we make controlled movements, right? I do this quite a bit on stream, this particular exercise, because it's really good at indicating things. So hopefully it's a little bit too loud for my liking, but that's okay. Let's grab a metronome, right? If I grab this and I'm like, okay, so this is what I want to learn. And I want to get really fast at that. Start slow, but there's two kinds of practice. There's a monitored practice and there's an idle practice. You can sit in front of your favorite teacher or whatever and go and not think about it. And what you're doing there is building up like a form of muscle memory. You're building up like the neural pathways in your brain, which is what you want to do. Now, what we really want to focus on, monitored practice is being like, all right, there's the click. Right? And you can talk about technique and everything here, but we're talking about building speed. I went out of time because I was talking. Right? And so we get that down and I'm like, all right, that's not that hard. I'm going to put it up to 140 BPM. So it's gone up nearly 50%. It's gone up 40%, right? Not hard, it's fine. It's precision. All right, that's not fast enough. Let's go 200 BPM. So we went up 100% from the first bit. Still precision, not hard for me. And what I'm doing there is building endurance, right? I could do that all day. Change positions. All right, so that's not a challenge. We go up again. 280, the BPM cannot go higher than this on this metronome. Alright, so now we haven't reached my speed cap. So half of 218 is 109. So we'll go back down there and make sure I can... Right, that's the same thing, I've just doubled. Want to increase the BPM again. We're trying to find my breaking point with precision. Let's go 130 BPM on the doubles. Okay, that's starting to get hard for me. Let's go a little bit more, 135 BPM. That'll probably be it. Okay, it starts to get a lot of tension there. So we've reached my precision point of that. Like, will I ever need to go? No, that's never going to really happen. It'll be a quick phrase, but what we want to do is dial it back to, say, 115, a few BPM. That's comfortable. Now we've got to build that as a normality. You start adding other strings. Right, so what it comes down to is using a metronome to slow down and then build the precision and play cleanly. So the clean playing is way more important than speed. So how do they build, coming back to your question, how do they play with such precision, speed and that? It's time spent building the precision. And the muting. Muting is a massive thing. It's so good. Thank you, Tofu. Yeah, I'm a bass teacher. So I'm a bass teacher, I do gigs, I do all this. I try and, not everyone has access to bass teachers. So maybe I'm going to try and do it a few times a week now when the internet's on here. But when I have the internet on, I'll do a few of these a week because not everyone can afford lessons. How do you take pickups off? Ooh, it depends on the pickups, man. Basically. But, what you're going to do, take all your hardware off. Oh, it depends. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you've got a pick guard, I tend to take that off. Screw them all off. Out we go. Riley drilling. Hey, man. How can I get better at muting? Depends what kind of muting. But the general stance, I think the best way to put it is, and I will always say this to every single student that I ever have and teach. Picture this as a circle. It's not a student, it's from X5. Thank you, X5. But anyway, picture it's a circle, right? It's a clock. Sorry, it's not a circle. Up the top here, you've got insanely smart. Down the bottom, you've got insanely stupid. Now, Jackie T isn't a smart man, he's insanely stupid. So, I'm very rarely up here. I don't overthink things. So how do you get better at muting, right? All right, what's the question? How do you get better at muting? All right, so now, remember, be insanely stupid. Well, what's muting? What is muting? Break it down. Oh, okay, it's when the strings don't ring out. Okay, that makes sense. How do I get better at it? I get better at it by practicing not having strings ring out. All right, we're getting somewhere. Oh, okay. So what would be the next step? How do I make strings not ring out? Okay. If I go like this. They're ringing out. How do I stop them from ringing out? Put your hand anywhere. There's the E. It's ringing out. I'm 40 with a little kid. No time on Monday for a teacher. Yeah, man, I completely understand. Yeah, you'll absolutely get better. 15 minutes a day is enough. 15 minutes like practice. Even if you go 10 minutes practice, 5 minutes of your own leisure time on bass, you'll get better. Absolutely. So when it comes to muting, then we go, all right, so if I do this, they're muted. Funny that. So muting will come down to this hand and this hand. Both get muted. So what you want to do is, if you're playing the E string, you want to have that kind of hovering over. I'll change stances here. Let's change which way we go. All right. But what happens if we're not playing on the E string and we've got this? We can't mute there. We can't put our thumb over. That's just ridiculous, and that's a bit silly. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is, in that environment, if we're up on this higher register, I don't know if you guys can see it, I actually use my thumb as the mute. So as I go down the strings, you'll see my thumb it just like rests on the strings. So if I go, you can see my thumb. It actually mutes everything. So muting is completely linked to both hands. People will only say it's the left hand occasionally, which I find incredibly weird and to some degree a little bit insensitive. But that is the answer. It actually lies within both hands. And that's exactly how it should be treated. So, what can I do to start with upstrokes down for chat? Oh, Riley, are you talking about guitar? Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about guitar right now? Or are we talking about bass? On bass. All right, so you're talking about using bass and you're talking about using a pick. Is that correct? So basically, I've been playing for Bass Fuser without an amp, and now I have an amp. It's so noisy. That will happen. You should absolutely... You can use headphones. That'll help. Using your nail as a pick. Ooh, right. Okay, so we're talking about upstrokes with... All right, so there's... I would recommend, like, if you're chugging and you're using... How would I do it? Oh, move my thing. Yeah, you could absolutely do upstrokes. Hang on. Been playing for about a year, some gigs like this. I'm running into some issues in freeing hand. Yes! So, Samus, hey Jackie, hello Harley. One of the things you can do is focus on looseness. I had to do this coming to the new studio. We get in bad habits of tightening up. So when you practice with no tension. That's literally where because if you go like this, right, go as loose as you can. Wait, did you say fretting hand? Okay, so fretting hand. Sorry, I should have said that. You could be gripping too hard, but it's the same thing. Loosen up. If you can do this is me as hard as I can. Right, it actually doesn't achieve anything. If I go as loose as I can. Okay. Yep, honestly both. It's always good to be honest, man. So, I joined a band. What bass should I get as a beginner? You should get whatever bass you can afford in that scenario. How, Jackie, you're a bassist for my... I don't think I am a bassist for your dad's new band. So both hand exhaustion comes from, like I said, if you can go like this, you could probably sit there and do that for like 20 years. So that's incredibly fast, right, Samus? So each one of this, that's 4 notes. That's very fast. That's 4. But I don't get fatigued because I'm so light with it. And that's where it lies. You let your amp and let your compressor do the work if you have a compressor. Was Jaco a genius? Hello, Gooey. What's your opinion? I don't think anyone musically is a genius. However, I think some people are more in tune with the instrument than others and have a better fundamental understanding. And I don't know. You will often find... so he was a genius at bass. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. But one of the most intuitive bass players and innovative bass players the world's ever seen. However, that only stops to a certain point. And if something's done, it was always possible. So he was just kind of the first to do a few things. But again, fantastic musician. Which way do you point your thumb towards? But the thing I'll say about like the whole Jaco thing, I'll say this till the day I die. The best bass player on earth is not me on screen. It's not Jaco. It's not Victor Wooten. It's some guy in his basement that doesn't get out and do anything. I guarantee it. Because there's been people I've seen online post something. It'll be a room similar to this, but it won't be clean. There'll be garbage everywhere. And they can outplay me. But they might be a bit socially awkward and they don't know how to present themselves and they don't know how to do all this. So the best bass player is like the actual genius bass players and the genius musicians you never see. And that goes for every hobby. What bass would I consider for a beginner? Whatever you can afford, man. As long as it works. Basses are versatile, but the best bass is whichever feels best. Yeah. Or you like the look of it. That's another thing too. The other thing too, Samus, is you're completely correct. No disagreement. The other thing too is when you start off, you don't really know what sounds good in a band context. The older and older I get, because I'm an old man now, but the older I get, I actually have... I was in the studio the other week and I said to the recorder, producer, whatever you want to call him, I said to Ben, I was just like, he said, what do you want me to do with your bass? I said, you do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I've got no ego or anything attached to my tone. You give a really thought. Yeah, I try to, man. I think a lot before I speak. I think you can up with those. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it can happen. That's the thing too. Is that if you look at every single point in time and go forward, there's always better players are on the horizon. There are people that'll be remembered, such as Eddie Van Halen, Victor Wooten, Flea. Like Flea is probably the most well-known bass player in history, right? From the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is Flea an outstanding musician? Absolutely. Is he the best? Not a chance. Not a chance. You can go on YouTube and find someone covering his stuff at like 150% speed. Maybe Flea could do that, but he didn't. What's the best beginner bass in your opinion? Hello, Slay Gameplays. Whatever you want to get. Whatever you want to get. People always ask my opinion on that. Whatever you can afford. And one that you think looks cool is a really good answer. Sound gears, aren't they? Who's your favourite bass player? Ross McDonald from the 1975. Victor Wooten is very cool. There's this really good Australian bass player called Jackie T. No, Victor Wooten is exceptionally good for technique. Also phrasing. Particular phrasing, but in a band scenario, which is me, I'm a band guy. I also teach and everything, but primarily a lot of the questions I get are how to play in bands. So when it comes to that, because you're a bass player, right? You're not sitting here going, so the answer there is what it is. Can you play something? Hollow Knight, what do you want me to play? You should get a bass that would be generally good for the drum play. Yeah. Yeah, Victor Wooten is an outstanding musician. Outstanding. One of the things I would like to have more Euro basses for Daniel. I have no idea who that is, man. I definitely am not. I do play for Brett Gannon though, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty wild. Old Brett. I got a message from Brett as well as doing this live stream. Yeah, there's a few bands with 2 bass players in it. I don't like bass music at all. I don't like much music. It's pretty cool though. It's a good idea. I already play guitar and so I learn bass, but can you share your view on talent versus practice, especially for complete beginners out there? Okay, so also hello Winter Deep Sleep. I'm pretty sure I remember your name. So I already play guitar and so I learn bass, but can you share your view on talent versus practice? I have worked exceptionally hard to be as good as I am on bass. Talent gets you this much, and if you have, like, I don't have a life outside this and my partner. That's it. That's all. I don't see friends. I don't spend time with family. I don't play video games. I don't even have a TV. I don't have a TV. This is all I do, and this is all I ever do. All my time and dedication goes to this. I'm a bass player. That's what I do. And once you've made that commitment, you got to do it. You can't just sit around and be like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So what I'm trying to say there is, people will say, oh, they're so talented. It's like, but I just played 16 hours yesterday with a metronome. Maybe not every day I do that, but it does happen, you know. And then, so talent exists to a point, and then the rest of it is hard work. That's it. Even like when you see young people now, how it's like, incredibly young, talented musicians, they've just put in more hours than you. The other thing too is when you're young, your grey matter is more like, you just pick up stuff. Like, you know, you got grey matter in your brain. Is it grey matter? I think it's grey matter. Because I'm pretty sure it solidifies by the time you're kind of 25. Yes. So, yeah, it's part of the central nervous system made up of cell bodies. Yeah. So, like, your grey matter's easy to pick up on stuff or whatever it is. Yeah, it's grey matter. Hardware beats. Yep, that's right. Learning stuff is much easier as a kid. Generally, I think, to be honest, man, I think most of my massive jumps in skill have actually occurred in the last year or two. But the reason why I say that, right? Do you have any tips for doing that? Fretting accuracy. That's an interesting question. I'll just finish this. Yeah, having a dedicated routine is what will make you get better way quicker. Yeah, exactly right, babe. Do you have any tunes help you with fretting accuracy? Do you mean like if I'm going, oh, here's the 6th fret, accidentally hitting the wrong with it? Winter D sleep, no, don't look at it that way. It's the wrong way to look at it, man. And I'll always be honest when you're on, or if you're off course. Don't look at it that way. The best way to look at it is, when you're young, you learn things quicker generally. That doesn't necessarily mean an adult will have issues learning something. So if you have someone that, like a kid that plays for 3 hours a day and an adult plays for 3 hours a day, it doesn't mean that they won't learn the same amount. It just means that the kid has a higher chance of absorbing that information and learning. Honestly, I found it a bit easier to learn stuff as an adult because exactly, Tofu. It depends on the individual. But as a general rule of thumb, they learn quicker. That doesn't mean they get better quicker, but they do learn things. They absorb information. Because that's the point of their life that they're at, Do you play any Primus songs? If so, no, I don't like Primus. That's actually true. I don't like Primus. That's not to say they're not incredibly talented musicians. That's not to say that I look down on them in any way. I just don't like their brains are wired to learn that too. How about Rush? People always ask me to play Rush. I don't think I can name one Rush song. Is Roundabout a Rush song? I don't know. So, how do you reckon practicing fingernail clarity? Can't bring a guitar, tuning notes is natural, but keeping the exact same note. What? How do you recommend practicing fingerpicking and speed clarity? Oh, okay. All right. Do you mean if you're just hovering on one note? Is that what we're saying? And just keeping that accurate? Chris Squire. To be continued. bassist, you should always have a bassist. Alright, Crimson, what are the Ringo? What are the members of the band? So what have we got? What members of the band? Let's see if we can find something out here. The piano can go to that register. That's your answer then. Just came from the province. The entire band play a single bass and a singer. Makes one of the guitarists. You can make one of the guitarists do it, or get the piano to fill in that range, because some bands don't have that, you know. So I got nothing wrong with that kind of approach. You can absolutely make the guitarist do it as well. Nothing wrong with that. Make sure he learns his place. Force your rhythm guitarist to do and go on the drums and play bass. Well, that's another thing too. Have moved. I've got to go pick up Rocket this week, and then I'm in here full time. Rhythm guitar is a scam. You can use piano for bass lines. Exactly right. No. We have songs, but we have performed already. Okay, still back. It absolutely is real practice. If you're learning, it's real practice. Don't be down on yourself about it. If I had a student come to me and say, "Hey, I've been practicing in Rock Band," I would go, "Oh, that's great, dude." That's it. That's all I would say. I'd be like, that's awesome. Jackie, what are your opinions on the subcontrabasses? It's a good question. Pointless. I was gonna not say it, but I will say it. I do think that typically, like that register is just pointless. I don't have a use for it. That doesn't mean someone else doesn't. However, for me, it's pointless. Hey, Jackie T, Daniel is now the lead. Harley, I have no idea what that is. So, quite interesting. What an interesting thing. Okay, one more question before I go. Yep. I struggle with my fretting hand getting sweaty and slipping around. Not sure if you have. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I've struggled with that. And one thing you can do, if you perform, just wipe your hand on your shirt. That's it. When are we going to collab? How are you liking the iFiley doing the Kool-Aid? I don't understand. I don't do collabs because generally it's quite hard for me, unless I did it with like someone I've been friends with for years and years and years. Just being candid with you. Yeah, collabs are difficult because you have like a clash of interest. So I do enough collabs with my boss, like writing with him and everything. Do you know Charles Burnett? I know of him, I don't know him. Do you think I should try the bass? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? What made you pick bass and make it pay your life? Because I enjoyed it. That's literally the answer. See you, Samus. Have a great day. Easy with things. Why was it? again. That is in absolutely not. I was register there. Yeah, I like the register. I like the low end register, but I'm not too massive on like metal music and everything like that. Do you know the Japanese? No, I don't know. I might have heard them. Does their music kind of sound like what's it called? Does music kind of sound like Gran Turismo? That's the only way I can describe it. Help me forget about the worrisome problems in the world. Yeah, man. I mean, one of the things too, unless talking about that kind of thing, like worrisome things in the world. What a tongue twister. The thing about that is most days are okay, unless you're in a war zone or you've just got news that someone has cancer, unfortunately, or something terrible like that. Most days are actually okay, even if you have a car crash and if you're not like hurt and no one's hurt, then it's a car. What does it matter? It's frustrating and all the rest of it. But that's about it. Hello mate, how you going? So I try not to really put too much weight on anything to do with what happens in the day-to-day. Just enjoy my time with my partner, enjoy playing my bass, pay my bills. It's all good. Best day on earth. Look, the best day on earth for me, Knap, is a day I get to play bass. Maybe I play a show and go get paid. But if I genuinely wake up and I get to make my partner a coffee, give her a kiss on the head, pat the dog, that's awesome. That's the best. And then I go play bass. Or spend the day with her and play bass later, something like that. That's just... Who cares about being famous and all that junk? Music theory, is it a must for you, or can you just ignore it and play it? You need to know a bit. You could technically ignore it, but I actually do recommend, hey, Tiger, what instruments can you play? Bass and guitar, and I can sing, but I don't like guitar or singing. I don't like guitar at all. But yes, you absolutely should learn some theory. At the least, what you should learn is major scale, minor scale, and pentatonic scale. That's it. Hey Jackie, how can you make something good out of the root, fifth, and octaves to make it sound good? It's just a power chord, man. Everyone kind of tends to go on the train a bit like, yeah, well, bass is more simple. The instruments are as simple as you want to play them, you know. No one sitting around a campfire playing 4 chords on a guitar cares. So, why should you care, you know? It's pretty interesting. Like Viola player on the power lines, yeah. Actually, I've got finally got the Knap. I think you know about this. I've finally got some mods coming for this. We're starting off with changing this to a black control plate and black knobs that are metal. Does Norman still eat Gekketto picks? That's an interesting question. No, I haven't talked to Norman for a few days. Me and Norman generally talk every day. You know, I've got maybe 3 best friends, excluding my partner is absolutely my best friend. But, you know, like Norman's one of my favourite people in the world. No, he doesn't, but I'll let him know that you asked. Can you play Hysteria bassline? Yeah, I'll probably mess it up though, because I'm gonna. As you look through the patterns, will be easy. That's exactly right, Canap. On the bass, I'm making the B string going off. Cool. Just saw the guide to eating Nigeria earlier. Yeah, no, I kind of have no interest in going back to doing Gekketto, even though it did make me a lot of money. It's fun. Let's see if we can do it. Have you been playing bass? I've been playing music for like 20 years, man. Roughly. Wenge. Awesome, dude. Hey, Aussie. Yeah, man. I am Australian. That is 100% correct. I'm aware of the fundamentals, but there is a threshold you can decide if you can continue it. Yep. I want to change keys while I'm playing. I don't know how, but if it sounds good, it's okay. That's exactly right. I'm from New Zealand. You just smashed the Hysteria. Yeah, I was a little bit out of time at parts, but I'm not really. It's freezing cold. If I did it with it's probably easier with a pick actually. Ah! No, it's not easier. Close. Easier without a pick for me. Can you play Hairspray? Oh, that's a good question. Let's have a look. Oh no, not Hairspray Queen. All right, that's like the one Nirvana song I completely despise. So. The bass player says without a pick. I'd have to play it without a pick. I always say that bass player, but yeah, I reckon it's pretty cool. I only learned it because a few people requested it on the live stream. I didn't really have much interest at all in ever learning it. I don't know any Muse songs, so is what it is. Is what it is. Alright, bring me the questions. Throw some questions at me. I'll get going soonish. However, it depends on how many questions I get. If I get tons of questions, I'll hang around a little bit longer. Do you play the electric guitar as well? I do play guitar. I can grab a guitar right now if you want me to. I'm not really in the mood for it. I don't like playing guitar, but I will if you want me to. He has a guitar. Yeah, it's that one. Guitar. Didn't ya? No, I've never heard it. Alright, fine, hang on. Let's do it. Oh. Alright, so I don't really do this all that often because I don't enjoy guitar, right? I don't enjoy a single thing. Ever used a Big Mas? Or yeah, I absolutely have. Oh well, yes, I have. Took me a second. Of course, it's out of tune. That makes sense. Let's grab a pick. This is new strings. There are new strings on this. I think you were around for what I did. I had a blast talking with you. Thank you so much. It's 3 a.m. in Greece. Awesome, man. Have a great day. Oh, have a great sleep. Get some rest. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Make a coffee if you drink coffee. If not, have some water. In the morning, I mean. All right, let's see how we go. I don't like playing guitar, and I haven't played guitar. Is that... No, it's a Schecter Avenger. Lots of ads. Thanks, YouTube.
60% off a
Great.
huge range of furniture, like the Chanel bedroom range.
So,
save up to $800, plus save up to 60% off.
All right, let's have a listen. Nah, I don't like that. Or you don't like it. 2 seconds in. I don't like that tone at all. And let's get a tone I can work with, right? Alright. That's kind of cool. What keys in? Oh wait, I opened the wrong thing. I don't need that open. We're gonna get something. Do a bass line on your bass. That guitar. Yeah, dude. Awesome guitar. Alright, hang on. We're gonna get there. We'll get there. Let's try this. Hang on. I don't know if this is gonna sing good. Oh, I do not like that tone. I typed in lead guitar. Let's try this. I would have liked a little bit of distortion, but that's right. That's okay. Ah! Ha! Move that out. Schecter Avenger. Oh, I hate playing guitar. I'm out of tune. Haha, can't do it. Whatever. What are some things you like about guitar? Literally nothing. That's not a joke. I actually don't like anything about the instrument. I like it in a band context with other people playing it, but I do not like it in the context of me playing something. I despise playing guitar. I have for a very long time. I can't tell you why. I am that way, but I am very much that way. I don't like it, man. Sorry, but I just don't. So, that's okay though. We all have things we don't like. For me, it's that, right? Alright, so I am going to get going, but I'll probably jump back on in like 4 hours. I've got some work to do for my boss. Oh, that's right, I got rid of my thing. Let's go like this. Boom. That's better. Alright, I'm going to get cruising. See you all. I will jump back on in about 4 hours for another hour. Might do some covers, might play along with some people. It was a rad tune. I don't know about that, but thank you, man. Alright, see you. I'll be back on for another hour later. And we'll probably go through some band songs, actually. God bless you. God bless you too, man. I'm actually not wearing my cross today, speaking of God. Not wearing my God today. Not wearing my God today, not wearing my necklace today. See you. Always get confused about turning this off.